What's Papino? What's Papino? Zeke Black is in the building. Top of the morning. I see Frank Luciano is in the building, man. Anytime you want to jump into the live stream, hold on. Let me get this thing going. Copy. I got some time this morning. We can do this, man. I'm gonna try to do this like this every morning. What's poppin'? It's good, party people. It's good at top of the morning, man. Some things happened over the weekend. We got some things to talk about. Mr. White Bill salute. What's poppin'? We got some things to talk about, man. Now again, been 031 East Side, you heard? You know what I'm saying? We got some things to talk about. You want to jump in the live so we can talk about this? You know, Charlamagne got the donkey today. I seen a video of a homie getting stripped of his garments. There's a couple of things going on right now. How about the mother that went to go pay respect at an RIP site in your Boogie Down Bronx was in the building and she got caught up in gunfire. The streets is nasty right now. It's a dirty game out there. It's very dirty, but not just in the streets. What's good? Boogie Down Bronx was in the building. What's good? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Top of the morning, man. You know, it's that Monday morning flow. I'm going to start, me and Frank, because we're doing something. We're going to bring a morning show to you guys. A lot of information. We got to bring information to the people. So I got to find the right time to do this because my work schedule. He definitely deserved it, though. But you know what's so funny, Mr. White, Mr. Bills, is that what he did is what a lot of people do. See, again, we pick and choose the economics, right? What Charlemagne the God did, he didn't see coming right back at him. And old boy defeated him with public record. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, man. But he definitely did deserve it. But he definitely deserved it. And I liked how he accepted responsibility and I opened the door for this. Now, I ain't gonna front, son Kwame Brown going crazy on everything. You know what I'm saying? But they've been violating for the last, 20 years. So now he's just venting. But the worst part about the story is Charlemagne the God is from where he from. Definitely free OG headers. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely where he's from. So it's nasty out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, Flex was able to drop the bomb, but Flex been trying to get back at Charlemagne for, producing the DVK situation, the domestic violence situation. He got him back. See, the information been out there with Charlemagne the God. It's just that it's how you articulate it. See, the way Kwame Brown was able to articulate it, this time Flex was able to piggyback off of, I can say it this way. You know what I'm saying? He's just a creep. Because a bunch of creeps in the hood. So that's just, simple math. You know what I'm saying? He a creep. You see a bunch of creeps in the hood back in the days. Okay, yeah, we know what type of dude, you know what I'm saying? We know what type of game plan that is. You know what I'm saying? And he opened the door for that going at somebody he thought would never come back at him. You know what I mean? That's all that was, man. It's crazy, but this is what goes on now. But now look, when Charlamagne the God do it, they call that journalism. Put people on blast, right? But when we do it, we're being immature, we're being petty, and we're acting like police. Because I guess that economics ain't there. Yeah, the information's been out there. That's one thing. The information been out there. It's just the way Kwame Brown was able to articulate it and the actions of Charlemagne the God, piece of the gods. Remember, Charlemagne started getting those, he calls his lawyer in. Now it's his turn to get thrown under the bus. That's a fact. But what I don't like what Charlemagne does is that when these things happen, he always gets his lawyers involved. I ain't gonna lie to you. That man will get his lawyers involved 1.1 second. Yo, Chicago Finance was popping. He will get his lawyers involved at all costs. I That's the only thing about him that be blowing my mind. But it has nothing. He's just a businessman. He'll throw his shots at you, but you start shooting too hard. Okay, Bernstein, I need you on this one. This is crazy. I made him a donkey today, and this guy talking about this and that or line. Can't get him. Boom. I ain't gonna front. That's just the dirty game that he played. That's the game he played. Had nothing to do with streets. It has nothing to do with being a real one. You come at him crazy. He's calling Bernstein. Yo, what's poppin'? Yo, such and such. Boom, get him. And I ain't gonna front though. Yo, Money D's in the building. Money D's in the building. He ain't the only one that does this. There's a lot of those brothers flying around with a lot of good names on it. They know how to slow things down. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of guys even on YouTube that follow certain stories that got the boom, stop it. You know what I'm saying? The ones that sort of come close to the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? It's crazy, Mr. White Bills. You know how that shit go, bro. Yeah, we shout out to Force Projects 112, No Fair, you heard? My FCW, Catchman Madison, rest in peace, Big Dave, you know, Dita and all them, Sean Mo, what's poppin'? My man D, Money D's in the building, man. Yo, he ain't the only one, man. I swear to God, this guy is hit up. They all do it. 50 do it sometimes. Oh, this is just going too far. Boom. Now, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. And I'm gonna try to get him on my network one day. One of my cousins, my cousin's cousin, was on that 50 Cent show for life. I guess they're not doing another season or they canceled, whatever the case may be. But it got crazy with, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get him up here to do an interview, you know what I'm saying? Oh, some Latino, I don't know the Damo. I don't know if it was Damo. I don't know what gang he was. But these guys, they made him butt naked, like they stripped him. Some people were saying that he was force flagging. So I don't know. The stories are floating around crazy. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And they this is an ongoing thing now. This world started. I mean, it's been going on, but I guess ever since, you know, the disco fiasco, we're paying just more attention. You know what I'm saying? Us, like, whoa, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And those actions can lead to potential violence and innocent people getting hurt. Because when somebody reacts emotionally, they don't care. They just shoot, or they stab, or they attack. Yeah. You see the video, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what happens, man? A lot of people be talking about killer one until they put into a situation to be a killer one. See, that same guy who got stripped probably was one of his killer ones. I don't care, my gun bust. And sometimes, you know, you go into op territory. We can claim the same gang. Let me show you how it goes. In prison, we all could be blood in jail. Just naming the game, you know what I'm saying? But in the streets, my block might be against your block. So now let's say your block is FTB and I'm 22221. The homie shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now you come through because not on no homie shit, you on the block beef shit. You coming through, dudes will play with you. Yo, homie, what's poppin'? Who you be? And that's how they get you know what I'm saying? They get the garments. They put the specs on, the Benetton specs. That's that Brooklyn shit. I never seen nobody wear specs. So I got a bunch of thieves from Brooklyn. They had the Benetton with the Benetton hats and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I'm saying? When we think about it, why go into op territory when you know something could potentially happen? I never went nowhere where I knew I was gonna get jumped. You know what I'm saying? Or I was potentially get slapped. See, I wasn't into getting slapped, but just to get slapped. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens when you go into enemy territory. A lot of dudes, they do this, and then they go there and they get bad results. You go, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes don't even know what they're walking into because they be backbiting. A lot of times, a lot of beef, you got to watch who you talk to. you might run your don't say Julio Ortiz was popping. Shout out to 100th Street, Hilltop, Lex Ave, Hilltop Music Group. Now, a lot of times, a lot of the beefs you might be talking crazy about somebody, or they just go tell the person you're talking about. Oh, now I'm not talking about disco. Some Puerto Rican kid on the dirty side of the Bronx, they stripped him butt naked. They told him to take his drawers off. That was sort of different, though. But you know, every zip code is a little more different. I don't know if it was 10453 or 10471. But Duke said, it was Papino, JR. Duke said, yo, take your drawers off. That was different. That was sort of different. That took it a little different. You know what I'm saying? You're like, no, all they did with disco was take his sneakers and his Newports. But oh boy, they really stripped him butt naked. So whatever point they was trying to get across, they definitely did. You know what I'm saying? But that stripping stuff is crazy. You know, you couldn't strip nobody their clothes when there wasn't no internet. That's awkward. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Had to be, exactly. I'm trying to tell you. Don't think it wasn't happening in our generation. It's just that things, we was just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 104, 5, 6, they took the jaws. You know, we, bad enough, you know, with stripping of his garments. But when somebody goes, yo, let's take his jaws, you want to go, hold on, don't take the jaws off. Wait, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. This didn't went a little too far. This dude's just crazy. I'm like, yo, had to been there. See, 104, 5, 6, had to be one of the, it was a funny side block. Now, hell yeah, the after effect is gonna be different. Yeah, exactly. It was oh God. You couldn't jump nobody correctly. See, when I was younger, right, I grew up with a lot of Puerto Ricans. You know, the Trollers, the Wigs, the Unos, my nigga Abby, shout out to Abby Uno. Yo, that's Cosmo Bay, you ain't never lie. Because once you start going to take your jaws off, somebody gotta go, yo, flag on the plane, bro. Like, yo, shit, just let him go. Just let him go, man. This don't went a little too far. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, you know, whenever I had a problem, I had to pick and choose who I'm bring with me to handle my little issues because the Puerto Rican niggas I was with was a little dangerous. They had ice picks, allegedly, big Rambo knives and moon chucks. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to kill nobody. I just wanted to choke somebody a little bit and hit them over their head. You know what I'm saying? Macmino was Papino, Macmino. And I know some Bronx niggas they see. You start talking about them zip codes. They start, hold on. 105, 456 and all this shit. They start going, oh, hold on, flag on the plate, bro. That wasn't in the 5-6. That was in the 5-4. That's beef. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, that's like, you jump to somebody and somebody say, yo, pull his pants down. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, yo, them niggas jumped me by the Jefferson Park pool one time. But it was weird. It wasn't locking them. It was Johnny Fresh enough from Second Ave. The niggas jumped me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard Mel came home. I don't know if he went back, though. You know what I'm saying? But definitely free Mel, man. That's who was getting. He was getting chased for bikes and all that. That's a fact. Dudes are getting chased down for their bikes. Mac Means in the building. Pink Sugar's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Mac Means in the building. Cosmo, but yo, when it came up, I got the joint, man. I got the flavor. Yeah, the Second Ave boys. You know what I'm saying? Last time I seen Johnny Fresh, it's funny, right? The last time I seen him, 117th, between 1st and 2nd, was on fire. This had to have been like 88, 89. Because I seen him over there, Little Herbie from Jeff. That's Little Herbie was on 117th. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. White Bills. That block was on fire. I think it was 88 or 89. That block was on fire between 1st and 2nd. That park one, you know what I'm saying? That park was crazy. Yeah, Johnny Fresh, and they caught me by the pool, and he was stomping on my head 5 times. I tried to run. I was like, because I was being nosy. One thing about being nosy, right? That's one thing that we can't help. There could be a full-fledged shootout. We'll run 2 blocks, and our Kwame minds go, let me turn around and see who got hit. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit that get us caught up. You know what I'm saying? So they be like, who's there? Zeke was there. You know what I mean? Yo, American Links is in the building, top of the morning. I'm here for y'all this morning, man. I got the coffee going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be shout out to everything on First Side, man. Rest in peace, Black Rob, right? You know what I'm saying? Cosmo being in the building, I'm telling you. When we jump people, if somebody said something crazy, what? Yo, pull his pants down. He's like, I never went through that, but this man, yo, pull his pants down. For what? You know what I'm saying? Yo, son, you're going too far, man. We're not just in the American meat, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. We're not in Attica 1968. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you about this jail. I'm gonna tell you something about this jail thing, right? Now I don't care. We didn't denounce it all, right? Let me jail cats take pride and go, mother dear, get on roll. You be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are your idols? You know what I'm saying? Yo, son, you know what I'm saying? What dude is up top? You know what I'm saying? Those are the names that dudes stay away from. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Who? Imagine going to Elmira in 1974. You gotta ask some old jail cats. What made you become Muslim? You don't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Muslims. There's a lot of Muslims because of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know Mad Brazy. I know Brazy. I don't know the rest of them, but I know Brazy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say I know who Sly Fox was, but I know Brazy. Shout out to Mad Brazy, right? And Bentley, I don't know him personally, but I remember I was in a situation where his name used to come up a lot. You know what I'm saying? W in the building, man. We here. I got the coffee. I got the colors. Shout out to St. Louis, West Side St. Louis. We here. Feeding the wolves this morning. You know what I'm saying? Shout them out. Rest in peace of my man Shaka. He got killed on Northern Boulevard in Blinton the other day. You know what I'm saying? And the bully, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? Is that, in all honesty, right? You know what's so funny? Pow Wow was I ain't gonna front, he was a strong guy in the street, you know what I'm saying? And I used to think he was from Foster, but he's from St. Nick. I keep forgetting that, but he had a strong presence in that Fosterville era, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He had a strong, in that West Side, he had strong influence on that, you know what I'm saying? And I remember one time there was these guys from Carver. Yeah, St. Nick Projects. There were some guys from Carver. And he had violated one of the, I guess, the sisters. I guess there was sex, money, murder too, but it wasn't Pistol P. It was some dude named, I forgot what son, the homie P or something like that. And yeah, and yeah, that was my man Sean. You know what I'm saying? I knew Sean for a long time, man. Rest in peace, Sean Shaka. You know what I'm saying? They put me on to all that Master P. Before Master P blew in New York, they put me on to all that TRU and Master P. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Crosstown Mafia. The Crosstown Mob, Donnie, DeWan, Ace, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, Lou, Joey, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I mean? Y'all know, let's be my man Gigi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lil Joe. That's my little man Joe. You see Lil Joe, you pull up and go, yo, Zeke Black sends his love. He gonna get crazy. That's my man Zeke Black. Definitely shout out to the whole Crosstown Mafia, man, Donnie. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Shock. He's a good dude. Always been a good dude, man. Always been a good dude, man. Yeah, so check it. They had a strong influence. So he pulled up and they handled the homies because a situation happened. And you know what I'm saying? And then I heard when he had passed away, that was like, whoa. But he had a strong influence from the street. Because there was a difference between street homies and jail homies. You know what I'm saying? Definitely where I was at in Manhattan. It's like that 9-trade thing was real big. You know what I'm saying? And plus a couple of other lines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Avery, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. That's my guy, sir. Avery was mad cool. He's mad cool, bro. Those are some cool dudes, you know what I'm saying? Those are cool dudes, man. Avery, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I posted him on Facebook. Like, yo, I knew that guy for over 20 years, man. Every time I see him, it's nothing but love, man. Definitely, you know, the 518 lost a good one, man. They lost a good one, you know what I'm saying? They definitely lost a good one, you know what I'm saying? The pretty black I know is from Queens. The other pretty black, that's my man's brother-in-law. Rest in peace, pretty black, talking about the Mac. That's my man's brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? He has kids by pretty black's baby moms. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, Eater War Projects, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man D and all that, you know what I'm saying? The other pretty black I know from the South Side, I knew him since the early 90s. You know what I mean? That we shout out to the South Side. So Multi up north, that's the pretty black that I know. Yeah, that's the pretty black Amo. That's the one I know. You know what I'm saying? The other pretty black, I don't know him personally. I just know that that's my man D from Tab, his baby mom's sister. Remember, you know what I'm saying? They from Eater War. You know what I'm saying? Now, I remember Nine-Trade Chill. He was really about Taft crazy. He was just minding Taft, man. Those were the Billies. Like, all that little area. But, you know what I'm saying? Chill from Nine-Trade. Those were the Billies. That, you know what I'm saying? It was still a difference in the street back then because even though you had Nine-Trade and all that, you still had block crews. You still had FTW that was popping. Yeah, I heard he told, man. I heard you. Yeah, that's what they said he told. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys with the movements. Those are the guys that was going to. Yes, and I heard he told too, Mr. White Bills. But those are the guys that when they talk about going to Rucker and 40th, not the 40th, they going to the clubs. That was that whole wave. You know what I'm saying? Grant's Tunes and all that after our generation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The homies is homies. You getting G checked on the spot. Who you be, why you bang, what set you bang, such and such. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the streets was different, a little different. It was a little more different. You was getting G checked. A lot of things was happening because you had a lot of dudes that was forced flagging. So the forced flaggers was getting really pressed in the street. Crazy. Because a lot of the things I should have read about in the paper was dudes that was not in tune. Dudes that created their own lines. They was in the 4 building, they come home from jail, and they create their own line. And they bring home all this. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And you can't, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really, you know what I mean? So it was a different type of time. Because it was too much, it was too many forced flaggers, you know what I'm saying? You have to know because there was so many forced flaggers. And you remember, you have one guy who will bring home 50 cats. These dudes will go by whatever he's telling them. Now, remember, we talking about a point in time when you really had to be in tune with the paperwork. So somebody might bring you home and all y'all got is 200 deeps, where by the time this shit done popped off, they on Death Note remixes. So they already know, wait a minute, hold on, Flag, how long you been home for? Who you bring home? Who brought you home? Blah, blah, blah. That was getting a lot of people heads chopped off. But those are the ones that was putting that extra curriculum working on the street. You know what I'm saying? It was like you had to be in tune with the in tune. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You had to be in tune with the you know what I'm saying? And you know, that was the ever for that. You know what I'm saying? That was a strong ever. That was a lot of good names was on the street back then. It was stronger, it was more, but there wasn't an economic base in too many blocks. Because if you was homie, like those years we talking about, I ain't gonna front those Crips on Fifth Avenue was getting to the bag. They was getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them Crips that was on that side. Mr. White Bills, we talking about that time. Those years, homies was touching paper, but those Crips was tearing it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was tearing the bag down. They was getting real close to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And like who wants to join the chat? Y'all can definitely. I'm sending an invite right now for all those that want to get in tune. Yeah, they was getting bro. They was getting to the bag, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was getting to the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying the homies wasn't eating, but they was eating. Like when you went past that block, Fifth Ave, and all that, they was getting. You know what I'm saying? They was getting to the bit of day. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta let up. Say like I remember this was 06. Now I met Bernie Motrin. I met Bernie Motrin in Albany. Bernie High brought him to the town, Goldfinger and them. This is when Fritz, R.I.P. Fritz, was hitting certain people that was coming to Albany. This is when the beginning. We talking about the beginning years when Fritz was still alive. Fritz, he had connections in Albany. He had dudes that was in Albany, New York, that had that same work that dudes had on those side blocks in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? So I met Bernie Motrin because they brought him up because there was situations. There was certain situations that was going on, and it was one that was going on to definitely heard it first was popping. A situation that was going on with Bernie High. You know what I'm saying? With behind him. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't come up for that reason. Somebody else. Shout out to my man Turtle, man. Shout out to Turtle. You know what I'm saying? Turtle, you put that one in. Rest in peace to dude, but you definitely stepped up to the plate. For those who don't know, my man Turtle, for Webster, you know what I'm saying? For y'all that's in the Bronx, Floyd, nephews and all that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Nut, the Gambino, you know, my man Cut Alert. You know what I'm saying? But Cut Alert is from Webster, you know what I'm saying? He from Tremont, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Cut Alert. We in the Bronx now. I'm in the Bronx. Yeah. Floyd from Webster, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know Floyd, little turtle, you know what I'm saying? So, Bernie Motrin, he's still in jail. Now, me and Bernie, we got cool because he got caught up and we was locked up together. That's shot to Cut Alert. And then we chilling. Now, I didn't know that he was cool with dudes on 117th and Lex. But we're talking about when Cameron and Reynolds was out there, you know what I'm saying? So he told me this story about when Cameron and Reynolds and that generation of 117th. Shout out to Johan and the Mansky, that whole east side, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Fly Guy Manny was popping. Shout out to LG. Definitely shout out to my man Montclair, Minnesota, Montclair Manny. Definitely shout out to Minnesota, Montclair Manny, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Big Smooth and all of them uptown, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Ed Barnell, exactly. Shout him out, bro. That's the era. Now I'm bringing to that era, right? I met Bernie Motrin. This is when Goldfinger had the white Integra that he bought from Jim Ice from No Fear. You know what I'm saying? Let me shout out to my guy, Fly Guy, Minnesota Man. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you one thing about Harlem cats, right? This is just, you know what I'm saying? Yep, but he got slammed. I remember, I'm gonna say exactly. You be knowing, bro. I remember Bernie High was Stephon and them when they first came to Albany, bro. When they first, you know, that situation they was going through. We talking about that time. You know what I'm saying? Before he went to North Carolina and caught that first Fed joint. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's a difference between the streets. We talking about some street shit. But now check it. One thing I say about Manny and the flyest guys in the world. One thing about Harlem cats, we know how to get fly. You could put Olympians on our feet. We could put Olympians on our feet, and that's where the guard we got Gucci's on. Yo, some of those, son, because the way we put it together. So definitely shout out to Fly Guy Manny for keeping it fly, bro. But for keeping that cloth around, because you couldn't come out. Yo, Jamal also was popping. Shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying? My man Marley Marl in the building. Shout out to the GM family, you heard? English is in the building, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Now, this is funny, right? So I see Bernie, actually, Marley. So I see Bernie Motrin He on 12th Street, no 15th Street. That building across the street from Forster on 15th Street. That tower building. So we like, my man had a discrepancy with it. They had words. I'm like, oh, that's Bernie Motion. Bernie Motion had just came home. Yo, bro, the matter of me me being up top, him, Lamont, woo, they killed him with that water, bro. Killed him. That little complex between 5th and Lenox by like 17th, or what's that, 117th? They was killing them. Like, well, no, 117th, 118th, like, was that 5th? Yes, 5th Ave, right? 5th in Lenox? Was it Millbank or Millbrook, whatever they called it? They was killing them over there. They was killing them. Darryl Lee was popping. They was killing them over there, bro. They was, woo! But the only messed up part about Bernie Motion is that he been in jail most of his life. On this bid, he just caught like another 20. You know what I'm saying? Like his brother, Lamont. Lamont got another 20 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. My man Goldie, he bought some joint. That's what I'm saying. When we speak about these war stories and these stories and the historians, and some dudes might go, well, I don't remember you. It's not about you remembering me. Not me per se. It's about who I was around. Like I said, I remember when Fritz was sending work the 518 in the beginning. I remember that whole flow. I remember the squads. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Exactly. We missed the crews because the crews kept the money together, man. The money, because like I said, right, the difference between any gang, like any religion, right? You can take anybody, have anybody in it. So you have numbers for no reason at all. And most of the people that's doing idiocy are people that's not a part of your gangs. You couldn't be Purple Top Crew unless you was getting money with Purple Top. There was no such thing as I'm down with the Purple Top Crew. And I'm not bagging up. I'm not cooking up. I'm not watching out. I'm not dropping packs. You're not down with the crew, bro. And that's what kept the crews more disciplined. I wasn't down with that crew, Yellow Top Crew, unless I had a certain slap. Nowadays, you got gang. And then when you have gang, what happens is, what comes with gang is the politics. You know what I'm saying? When he knew what the politics was. You see what I'm saying? It boils down to like, you know, I learned something with these streets, right? Yeah. Motion got like 22. You know what I'm saying? GQ, yep. Shout out to GQ, yep. QB Bunny, exactly. I remember allegedly somebody said to snatch Bernie. See, the first time I met Bernie High was in Big Dave's store, because they said everybody used to hang out at the store. Big Dave used to be the discount store, the candy store, whatever the case may be. A lot of cats used to be in front of there. We young boys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, we're talking about the days of Olaf's, Freckles, the supermarket right there. You had the Big Dave joint. Big Dave moms used to be in there, his sister used to be in there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So they get down used to be in front of there. So Fritz would pull up, and all them West Side cats, them dudes from Foster, they pull up, and that's when Madison Ave. Yo, I'm gonna tell you what Madison Ave was. Madison Ave was 145th. In front of Taft back then was looking like Lenox Ave on summer nights. You know what I'm saying? That's what Madison Ave was looking like on 115th. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it was looking like on 115th. Big Dave. So the first time I seen Bernie High was from the Big Dave spot. To be honest with you, the first time I seen him. Because I used to be in front of the store, and he's like, yo, High, Stephon, all of them. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? Then, when I went to All, they all was in Albany. Shout out to Boulevard, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. I like what you just wrote. Somebody just wrote something about, you got to teach the kids to up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like what Mr. Righteous Path said. The outcome of a lot of these war stories you hear are not success stories. I'm not gonna lie to you. Most people be in the game so long, they get 100 years, or a lot of dudes get caught up and might, pass away. You can't waste too much time, because if you don't have no money in the stash, when you hit like 50 and 60 and 70, you don't want to be pushing carts for like Pathmark, because you can't afford to pay your bills because you played in the streets too long. So you have to find an age where you have to make a decision. Are you going to keep playing in the street, or are you going to get a job? If you can't create your own business, you gotta have to make a decision. See, when dudes was getting money, don't think dudes wasn't trying to buy stuff and buy properties. There's a couple of dudes that did buy properties. It's just that when they caught their Fed charges, they didn't know the paperwork game. They take it all away. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes that was trying to open up stores and, just great ideas. But when the feds come, and they really watch you, that paperwork game is crazy. That's why some of the smartest people, right? I'll give you a good example, man. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. It's public record. Busta Rhymes slapped some kid or punched some kid in the head at a concert in Albany, New York, at SUNY Albany. The kid sues Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes loses the lawsuit. When they go into Busta Rhymes financials, it says that he's broke. He ain't got no money. The guy never got the money because Busta Rhymes don't got no money. Okay, all the liens you want in the world with me, but I ain't got no bread. So whoever's in control of his estate and his money, it can't be touched. Because the only reason why he probably did that for is because he's into the entertainment business. And I ain't gonna lie to you, hip hop is a rougher crowd, and anything can happen, and you will get sued. He ain't the only one to do that. There's a couple of them that hide their money through other ways. See, the streets, because dudes learn from other cats. Yo, son owned 20 buildings. What happened? The feds got him the paperwork. One thing about the paper trail is what get dudes caught up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? All right. Before Supreme, man. Shout out to the South Side. Shout out to Supreme team. Shout out to Bimmy. All right, Cream team. Before Bimmy Cream was really getting caught up. He got caught up trying to buy a bag of weed and said he worked for Def Jam and fake IDs, and they got the gun and the money. TNT Records was suing Murder Inc. because they said that Ja Rule owed them money for records. And of course, Irv was smart. He found a way where this guy Ja wasn't getting royalty checks. I don't know what they did or what scheme or what scam. TNT wasn't getting any records. Now, TBT Records, before Lil Jon was there, was called Blunt Records, which Mike Geronimo was on. Doo-Wop, remember Doo-Wop in the Bounce Squad? They was on Blunt Records, just to say, they was an independent that turned into a major independent, TBT Records. Lil Jon, Eastside Boys, and the rest is history that followed that trend. TBT Records sues Irv Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Now, TBT Records is trying to say that Def Jam didn't give you this label. Your label was funneled through drug money. You know what I'm saying? So you had people like Leon Cohen testifying saying, we gave Irv Gotti $150 million or $100 million or whatever millions to create a business. And they're trying to figure out if y'all doing business with Def Jam, how are we not seeing a check? But there's other things that Irv did that that the money went elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, he was never able to get caught up in the situation. You know what I'm saying? But clean name came up then at that trial. So you think the feds wasn't watching? Wait a minute. This is a major case going. They're saying that the money came from drug money. But I don't know if that's clean. Other than, they're not talking about the e-money bags and that. That's probably a whole other talent situation they was doing. Then they were selling weed to the officers, the Def Jam, and they was bagging bad weed. It was crazy. The credit card scams, they sort of focusing on watching them. So now you understand what I'm saying? The paper trail is disgusting if you ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what, Mr. White Bills? I remember that spot, man. There was also a number hole across the street from Taft on 15th Street, right by the discount store between Madison. You know what I'm talking about, that one over there. Mr. Righteous, we think as a culture we should be glorifying being incarcerated and things that is going on in jail to the youth, because what they want to do is be a part of that out the door. That's real what you said right there. Remember, there's a generation of us, not at all. We should never glorify that. But I don't think the long-term jailers, like me talking about jail all day, I'm glorifying it because I didn't do enough jail time. But a lot of the long-term jailers, they really grew up in jail, bro. You gotta think about a man dude who did like 32 years. So all he knows is jail, you know what I'm saying? All he knows is jail. A Shaquille who did 22, but before that he did whatever he did. So their conversation is, I remember the streets, but yo, boom, boom, boom. Now everybody may not want to talk about jail because of the experience, but a lot of guys are been in jail. They grew up in that era. Like Kwame said, when we talk about the money era, a lot of them was sitting in the pen. You know, so that's really a part of their history, their story. Yo, what was you doing when you was 30 years old? I was in the yard. What was you doing when you was 31 years old? In the yard. What was you doing when you was 40 years old? In the yard. Because remember, these guys caught long-term bids, 19, 20. Wait, what Bad Vibes said? Bad Vibes said that he caught his bid, he was like 20 years old. He had 30. So that it just happened to be that when they speak, some of the biggest moments in their life came in the penitentiary. Like with us, you know what I'm saying? Most of our biggest... Because I realized something. For me to talk about jail, I'm glorifying, obviously, because I ain't doing enough jail time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do enough jail time for that. For me to, you know what I'm saying? So see, you just glorifying, you was in jail, you went to commissary, you did this, you did that. Then you had dudes that been in jail since they was younger. A lot of these guys went to jail when they was young. A lot of the people that we look at, so when we hear them speak, they try not to be jail wise, but it just comes out because, yo, I just been home for 2 summers. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what was you doing 5 years ago? Yo, I was in the box. But we have to help them enjoy life, enjoy the age. You know what I'm saying? See, I realize that, right? Yeah, there's nothing cool about that. Mr. Vice's Fab, I've been incarcerated. I've been at that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate the count. Let me say you something. There's nothing real about the police going up your ass. There's nothing real about them making you take shots when you go through reception. You don't know what they shooting you with 1090 boys in the building. There's nothing cool about that. But when you've done most of your life incarcerated, that sort of becomes your story. So you said you did 9, right? I'm giving you a good story. My man Rashid Rice, he got a case, some guy named Chulo in the Bronx, allegedly. Hold on a second. Now, before Rashid caught that case, he was in DFY. He did 5 years. 5 years in DFY. He was in DFY in Albany on Whiteman. For those that know where Whiteman is at, they sent him to Albany. So they sent him to Whiteman. And when they sent him to Whiteman, he got independent living. Now they got an apartment, you know what I'm saying? They set him up to get checks, whatever they set him up to do. He still was who he is. So he was in Albany for like 2 years. He went back to New York. He went back to New York, he gets caught up. Boom. He got 45 years. You ask Rashid, he did 5 years in DFY. He's been in jail since 1991, 92, for 45. He can only speak about that. Because, okay, I was home for 2 summers, but because being incarcerated it's like, good example, I'm from Harlem, East Harlem, right? And I could talk about it, and as much as I glorify it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He glorified, they do this, they do that. And I've come to realize, right, that I'm in St. Louis now. I gotta let East Harlem go a little bit. I'm in another area. I gotta free my mind. It's all mental issues, Pat. It's all mental. Yeah, you gotta make change. So we have to show them. What I do is, I'm not a long jailer, but look, I came to another state before I came. I've been home since 2011. Haven't went back. I'm a work in progress, of course. That's because, but I've learned to accept criticism. I've learned to accept the critiques that keep me on the streets. Because of course, I played in the streets so long, it's mental in my head. I still think about blowing $200-300 like it's nothing. Nah, it's nothing. Wow, let's eat 5 steaks. But now I've learned to think about my future. I used to procrastinate a lot. I mean, I was the procrastinating king. I take all day to do something. I got you tomorrow, and I don't do it. I don't procrastinate so much no more. I work all day, so I have to find time to do this. You know what I'm saying? But I've freed my mind from the blocks. Yes, I freed my mind from the blocks. Everything is mental, bro. Like I said, drug dealing and drug using has that one appetite that's all the same. You know what that is? Addictive behavior. The mind, where your mind is at. That's what drug dealing and drug addiction have in common. Addictive behavior. Okay, you get $200-300, you're gonna go get high. $200-300, I'm about to pay Uptowns, a nice shirt, and a fitted hat. For no reason at all. I'm not gonna think about paying my bills. I'm not gonna think about sending my kids nothing. It's all about me being fly to show people I still got it. And that's where I'm getting into. Hell yeah. I got you. I'm about to drop the link. But listen, this is about the topic. This is not about Africa, Palestine. This is about the topic. You know what I'm saying? And this is, you know what I'm saying? I've learned to elevate from the mistakes. Hold on a second. Somebody wants to join the chat. This should be good. But I want to stay on the righteous path. I want to talk about Afghanistan. I want to talk about breakdancing. This is the good topic right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just dropped the link. Y'all can hit the link. Y'all can come in if you want to. I dropped the link. I've learned, right? Yo, just think about this, right? I've always wanted, I realized I used to always worry about what people thought or what people had to say to me. I always used to care about that. I don't know why, but I used to care about what people thought of Zeke Black. So I always cared about the parents, the sneakers. And exactly. And then I realized something, right? Mr. White Bills, most of the people that got all the money wasn't the flyest guys in the world. Fritz wasn't fly before he passed away, but he had all the money. I know a couple of dudes that when dudes were buying BMWs, they running around in Caprice Classics. Dudes that when dudes was buying big chains, they just wore nothing. And it's funny because definitely Harlem in the building, man. 192 and 5th and Lennox. Definitely the 192 5th and Lennox, right? Fly Mike's in the building. Fly Mike in the building. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Get you in here. Let's see. Oh, you had to unmute yourself, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely. I was gonna say. Yes,
Yo,
Fly Mike was top of the morning. Fly Mike is in the building.
yo, top of the morning, Zeke. What's good, baby?
Man, we just getting to the get down, man. You know what's happening over the weekend? Charlamagne the guard, the homie getting stripped naked. But the chat that had a turn for the best because people were speaking about the mind of people in jail that glorify certain things. And that's just my opinion is that a lot of dudes actually grew up being locked up. So a lot of their stories is based off of those experiences. Now, what do you think, Fly Mike?
In regards to what the
No.
situation,
Actually, what you want to talk about? You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
shit, I want to talk about a lot, baby. I'm saying I'm just here. I'm saying I'm finally glad you got on the stream, y'all vibe, man. I was trying to tell you about that on IG a while ago.
Yeah, talk about that. Let's get there, man.
Uh, shit, what you think of what you know what, man? I want to ask you current events. What
Yes.
you think about Charlemagne the God and him being exposed again as a rapo,
Oh, all right. Well,
allegedly.
allegedly, he copped out. So we know something happened. We don't know what
Mm.
happened because we copped out to. It didn't sound like a it must have been a violent offense because it didn't sound to be a child. What he did though was he hung out with a minor. And by him hanging out with a minor, he put himself in a situation that we seen growing up with an older guy and mess with a younger chick. You know what I'm saying? And he can't get around that one. Now, do I think anything else he did was crazy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I can say the one thing he did, he has not denied was he hung out with the young lady. That creep.com. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I mean, like potato
He hung out with a
potato.
kid. You know what I'm saying? And
He did. I think he did cap out to a lesser plea. Now, some people are saying, "Oh, you know what? He didn't. He wasn't convicted of rape." This and true, but at the same time, too, I would think that if you're innocent, why would you cop out to anything? Because you're innocent, so you're gonna fight for your innocence, right?
yes, sir. Yeah. See, you know what happens is that Fly Mike, we live in a world where people pick and choose the wordplay. Right? What K1 Brown did was let's stop playing the word game. You did some creep stuff. You know what I'm saying? You hung out with a 15-year-old. I don't care what the courts are saying. I don't care what the cease and desist letters. You hung out with a 15-year-old. You can't get around that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's creepy. Because to be a grown man with a 15-year-old, that's weird. And then something happening. So, like I told somebody the other day, I understand the story. The story got remixed. And that's how you feel. But it should never happen. That's how we have to attack certain situations. Well, it should have never happened. Well, if it did happen, accept it, suck it up, and charge it to the game. If people choose to deal with you, they deal with you. They choose not to deal with you, then life goes on. You know what I'm saying? But don't back it up with, well, I didn't get charged. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Nah, I feel the same way, bro. Trust me.
But I learned through my travels, man. 47 years old. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with no young girls. You know what I'm saying? But everybody did something that was probably possibly crazy that they didn't look at as crazy to somebody else reminds you of it being crazy. You're like, oh, I ain't know. But it happens. But you can't try to get around it because it should have just never happened. And that's where the problem is at. Charlemagne at first was trying to back it off with the law and the narrative that created. This weekend, he finally realized, I think in his head, or he probably knew already, yo, it happened. It should have never happened. And that's the one for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because by him doing that, he'll teach a young boy, you can't always fight fire if you got money. You got to put your reality and go, yo, I messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of dudes who grew up in the hood that we seen that was 50 years old with a 50 year old. You know, understand it? You know what I'm saying? We called it creepy. You know what I'm saying? That's a creep right there. So we know that he ain't the only one that's
still a
done
creep
that. You know
right
what I'm
there
saying?
nowadays, brother. It's still creep.
It's crazy. It's I think it's sad that it took Kwame Brown to change the narrative for him to see the light. You know what I'm saying? But it's deep, bro.
Well, the thing is that information right there, that information been out. You know what I'm saying? We all
Yes.
knew about it for years nowadays. The
Yeah.
thing is now, Kwame Brown is, I guess you could say he's a celebrity. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Or that people follow that he doesn't have anything to lose. Like, win, lose, or draw, he's going to say what he wants to say, and he doesn't have to protect any affiliation or protect you know, like he doesn't have to feel like I can't just Jay-Z because I want to make a track with Jay-Z per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's um him. See, when like just like you said, he has money, right? He has money. So I don't know if it was his lawyer or him that just tried to change the narrative. Then Kwame says it, and then it's like he's a creep. You know what I'm saying? And it's how he just from the beginning, like, you know, because it's been like, listen, man, I did some creep shit. Life goes on. I'm still here. My brand is still here. It doesn't matter. But that's one thing that I think Kwame, see what happens is Kwame, whoever his name Brown, if he wasn't paying attention, somebody else was. You see what I'm saying? So now when Charlamagne, the God, is coming at him and making these jokes and this and the third, he said what he said about him, I'm going to change the conversation. I'm going to say it like this. And that's what he did. He changed the conversation. Because nobody never called Charlamagne a creep. He just and I beat it in court and I didn't get charged. And life goes on and he laughed about it. Yo, change the conversation. Yo, just call him a creep. Just call him, and this is why he's a creep for. And you don't care about the, you know what I'm saying? Then it's what Charlamagne was doing with the lawyer stuff. So now it's like, yeah, I got it where I want it. That's what he did. He changed the narrative, right? Now, how Charlamagne been
Well,
this yo, this is creep.
not to cut you off. One of the comments, this blood NY said, put people putting tags on seat of God, even though he was cleared of charges. My argument is, as a logical thinking man, you're gonna fight. You're not gonna cop out and accept a plea deal to something that you didn't do. Period. That's the
Yeah,
whole fact.
that's
Like that,
the
for
truth, man.
example, God, you know what I'm saying? For example, just hypothetically speaking, if I sat there and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot up Lennox Mall in Atlanta, right? and I get arrested for it, but I never did it, I'm gonna fight that because I never did it. I'm not gonna plea out to it just because I want lesser time.
Yeah, it's you know what's crazy? It's that this situation that shows like, damn, Charlamagne. That's because nobody takes it. Nobody he took away a plea, but he didn't. I think calling him a rapo. I don't see him. He's not a rapo. He just did some creep shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a rapo. Like I'm not gonna go Charlamagne a rapo. You know what I'm saying? It's some creep shit. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this creep shit happen in the hood time and time and time and time again. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. A lot of us seen dudes growing up and they messing with young chicks. You know what I'm saying? That dudes glorify. There's a lot of dudes that this dudes that was getting visits up from underage girls just to get the bag, bro. I see that. I see that. I
Yeah, but
understand.
that's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty.
I seen that up top. I seen this one guy. I'm not gonna see who he is. He had an adult with a girl that he was messing with. She was underage. She couldn't come on a visit to see him. But the person of age was 18. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that. So but definitely shout out to Fly Mike though. Shout out to Fly Mike. You know what I'm saying? Cuzzo's in the building. About goddamn, about time. Cuzzo.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's goody, man? Top of the top, brother.
Top of the red. You know what up, cuzzo?
Yeah. They've been married for over 20 years, man. They just had the anniversary, man. My cousin and your cousin, and your uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Family.
Yeah, son. Now, what you think? I think I don't look at him. Hold on, we got Fly Mike back in the building. You and Fly Mike have a conversation.
Yeah, my bad, G's. I like
Have a
my
conversation
phone
with him.
died off.
Dace, what you think about you and him have a great conversation. What do you think about the situation with Charlemagne the God and the tag on his
These
head?
blood was popping. Respect.
How you?
Now, what you think, brothers? Because I think you're having this conversation to be good with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I want to say that we're having a paradigm shift because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Deep's blood is kind of, if I can say, from my understanding, is that you're with the notion of take what you can and just run with it. Me, on the other hand, is if you didn't do it, why are you gonna get plea to it?
Nah, I'm saying the system is so twisted sometimes. I know a lot of brothers that did. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna fight mine, get the best I can. If I know I'm guilty, I'm guilty. If I'm not guilty, I'm fighting that. But I know a lot of brothers up north. When I was up there, that was up there because they didn't do, they didn't want to be late to the bridge, or they lived by a certain code or what have you. So it happens. I'm not saying that's the norm or that's what you're supposed to do, but I know a lot of brothers up there for things they didn't do. You know what I mean? Or it took extra time to get out because they didn't see no other light or they couldn't get a paid lawyer. I mean, it's circumstances. Yeah.
Okay, so what? So from what I understand, that you're speaking from maybe personal experience. Maybe your brother couldn't afford a paid lawyer. Now put yourself in. You do have the money for a paid lawyer. Paid lawyers and public defenders is the same shit in all honest opinion. But would you really cop out to rape, bro? That's rape is nasty work. You know what I'm saying? Like rape is nasty work. It's not like they saying you stole something from the corner store.
Nah, see, that's the oldest ball game. From what I seen in his charges, he didn't even tap out. He was straight charge. He tapped out.
Well, the rape charge was inconclusive because she did the rape and she was raped.
Yeah, they
I
were
think when it came to I think when it comes to the blood work, I'm not I don't want to I don't want to cap on here, but I want to say that one of them didn't submit to the work and they did. so I'm not too sure.
Yeah. But I mean, from what I've seen, from what I read and what I found out, that his semen wasn't his blood or whatever, his semen wasn't found or his DNA wasn't found on her. That could be either way. Who knows what they did behind the scenes? I'm not defending them. I'm just saying when we put them labels on people, carry a lot of. I got brothers. I know a lot of dudes that was up there. Parents just didn't like the food, labeled them as a statutory, and then they had to cop out and go up on that. There's a lot of circumstances involved with it. You saying I ain't defending him and saying he's correct or he's right or nah. You got exposed. You got exposed. Deal with it. Live with it. That's on you. You made them choices. You did what you did. It is what it is. What I'm saying in general, you can't be labeling brothers and not know the whole story or you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not labeling anybody. That's first and foremost. As you see, when I spoke to Zeke, I said allegedly because I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I guess moving on, man. I'm saying that the young boy that got stripped, was it in the Bronx? I can't call it, but I don't know, man. I kind of feel like that's nasty, man.
Hey, we gotta do better as people, man. We out here doing, like I said, we just talking to each other. True enemy, everybody back down from me.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hey, you don't go over. I mean, you gotta question their manhood. What you stripping another man for? I don't understand these young boys, man. It's a different world they live in. If we didn't do that now, it would be.
I don't really think that's young boy action because people being stripped has been a long time coming. I guess my main question is if you're supposed to be riding at 5, XYZ, blah blah blah, whatever is the hottest lingo out there in the streets. If you're a street nigga, why you letting people strip you with just their words? I see no hammer.
That was crazy. Take your jaws off, like
Yeah, nah.
that's you know what's so funny? That'd be the mind. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody goes that far. First you want to strip him butt naked. Now you want to see his drawers. You want to see his ass get you. Yo, yeah, be stripping down to his underwears.
Yeah, I mean, you know, basically what it boils down to is that's just a form of embarrassment. You take my manhood when you do that. You know what I mean? Like it's emasculating him. You can't play tough after somebody stripped you down. So I see what they was doing, but that don't make it right, bro. Like,
yes, it's you know what I'm saying? You know,
I mean, you know, I put it to you like this, you know, allegedly, when we was doing things we shouldn't have been doing, we ran up in a few places, we stripped the whole house. That's a different ball game. You know what I mean?
I'm saying I think you know it's a dirty game out here, man, and you know a lot of times, man.
Yo, Zeke, drop the link, brother. I think there's some more people that want to join the panel.
Yeah, I just don't want no silliness. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing after this and after that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we're having an adult conversation. This isn't 2 o'clock in the morning where we're gonna be talking something that has nothing to do with life. Then I talk about white people and black people. We're talking about topics. Am I right? That's what I want to stand on.
So I watched that unique joint too, Zeke. That's what it was. That's what's up.
He make it heard. Mouse is a Mighty Mouse.
Yo, talking about unique audio in his page. What happened with the Alpo interview? Like he never dropped the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think Poe was really down with it because Poe's supposed to be doing a documentary or something on his own, so he trying to keep the mystique or whatever.
Add somebody to it.
Yo, shout it out, feed the wolves, shout it out. Zeke Black, you're doing great work. I'm gonna just be brief, but I just want to say is that the situation with Charlamagne,
Yeah.
the girl was a young girl. She was what, 15 years old when the mom
Yes.
was protecting the daughter. You know, he was about to be charged with rape, but she didn't want to have her exposed to the court system and going through that turmoil. You know, that's so
Yeah.
he was about to be charged with rape. We can say he wasn't, but we got to go beyond that sometimes. The court system, it's the court system. Then we have the street system.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
It's funny you said that. I was up north when I was a kid. I was northwood in the SOP. No, he had to do the SOP program. What happened with him was his baby mother was a minor, and he got hit with statute. You know, her mom's called the police. Yo, and she had a baby, but it was considered statutory rape, and they didn't sign up as a sex offender under that charge. And he pulled up the yard on that old 31. Now the homies like, homie, you can't claim because you have that charge of statutory rape. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's your baby mother, because he had to sign. He had to do the SP program. That's how I remember. I said, nah, so I remember that. There's a lot of dudes that's up top that got statutory rape charges where they was messing with a young chick, threw a baby in them, and then they make her go to prison. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
You're right about that. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's real, bro. We've seen that. Good dudes impregnated your chicks, and that's what they go to jail for. And it's like you gotta do the SOP program. You gotta sign up. And a lot of them kids because of that whole situation start getting laws involved because the age. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think it's the real topic. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne didn't have to sign up for all that. Do we know he had a plug? I don't. You know what I'm saying? But we just know that he sort of makes it some. When he made it to that legally is he hung out with the girl.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I know her. I'm not admitting I did anything else, but whatever the case may be.
And
Make that
he
mistake,
took that
bro.
cop out
Think
as
about
quick
his
as he could
kids. That's
take
the
him.
stuff. His kids older now. My dad was a creep. My dad was a creep. And my dad did this. They're saying and it's hurting. It's hurting his family also himself. But this is what he gets for going to other people when it comes to these type of matters. He got it right back at him with a guy who can articulate himself a little bit as an angry person. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We never called something called a creep, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Until now.
Nah, he just told him he pulled up his dirt. He pulled out his laundry. Like
Yeah.
Facts.
Kwame Brown is now part of the New York Blood section.
Kwame, man. Like
He just exposed him for what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't gonna label him man. He did what he did. If it's true, then he is a raper, and he deserves everything that comes with that.
Yeah, and you know how it is because I was up top in the mountains. You got a lot of rapos up there that they strong up there. Some of them. I ain't gonna name no names because I ain't here to drop names. But a lot of Jamaicans up there running around with that, and ain't nobody even doing none of them.
Right.
yo, you know what's crazy? The
No
internet,
disrespect to the
man,
Jamaican
is
community. I'm just calling out what it is.
dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? And because of the internet, people create these weird narratives. You know what I'm saying? And when you create these weird narratives, it becomes believable. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. We see it up top all the time, bro. You ain't gonna lie. There's good dudes. And you're surprised that you think he's in jail for drugs. He ain't in jail for statutory rape, bro. You hear me?
Man,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I was so his wife put them charges on him, and they stuck. And she just came to visit him.
Word.
Order of protection. You know what I mean? So it's the situation. Touching minors is not a good look, though.
It's definitely not a good look, man. There's this one dude I was up with, and he now just Schenectady County Jail. He had a weird case. he went to trial in blue, but he not just impregnated the baby mother, but he also was trying to marry her. They're like, you can't have contact with the woman. He was going to court. She was like 14 years old. He was like 30. So it's like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But you know, he just had to admit it to go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you talk about the South though, like where they marrying off these at 13, 14.
Program is serious. They snatched up on that bus, that SOP. Right? I done seen dudes get snatched out the yard. Yo, you going to this dorm? You on the draft? Where you going? Go on. I think Gawana got the SOP program. So everybody that said Gawana that I knew about 2011, Gawana, it didn't mean that you was going to the population. A lot of dudes was going straight to SOP across the gate. That's Gawana, right? But
Yo, Zeke, my phone is sounding a little crazy right now. I'm gonna fall back a little bit. You heard?
Copy. W. Mike, I got your number, man. I appreciate you. And I remember Gawana. So when I was up top in 2008, 9, 10, that was definitely a record spot, and then the course gate was the SOP program. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of good names you've seen on that draft. Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Oh. Go on. They had the SOP program, and I ain't gonna front dudes that had the SOP program had to go to SOP program test because they will not release you unless you did the SOP program. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They will not release you. There's a lot of dudes when they say, "Yo, this is the one to put it up." Or what side of the gate was you on? Population or SOP? Of course, they had to say SOP. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of dudes, man. There's a lot of dudes that caught those type of charges for pimping. Depends on how a chick claims that you was pimping her. Some dudes was catching rapes. Yo, he made me do it. He did this. He did that. He was getting 3 and a half to 12 for that. You hear me? SOP. You know what I'm saying? No dice. When you was at Elmira, you seen the craziness, right? Dudes going out of mediums, going to SOP. Huh?
Yeah. Who's up there? No lie, we was pulling this paperwork in the yard like, you on what? You did what? Nah. They just signing in, going to turn in. You know, it was a different era though. Dudes wasn't playing fair back then. I mean, like, they wasn't really trying to hear it. You got that on your jacket, but it is at that point.
Kids is kids. You right. Yo, he's definitely right about that. Kids are kids. I don't know what Mr. Righteous did not letting you win though, but kids are kids, man. He has to deal with that. He has to suck that. He has to suck that up. A kid's a kid. 13 years old, he's a grown man.
It wasn't like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? Like your money can get you around that. You're supposed to bingo. Yo, I messed up. Life goes on, but you still think it's a game, man. And this thing becomes serious.
yeah, you tried to keep it.
Yo, I like this. I like this. You know what? I like what this video turned out to be, bro. I really do, man. Because it's a lot of information. We seen dudes get blamed for rapos in spots and got cut when they didn't rape nothing. Where dudes just da-da-da. And that's because whoever said it has power. Dudes move. We seen that. I seen that happen to a couple of dudes. Yo, such and such, you raped such and such sister. What? Dudes send hawks at him. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's personal beefs, personal issues. We seen that we seen that. That's why a lot of times dudes get paperwork because a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? That because a lot of times dudes just throw it on somebody's name.
Man, I'm saying you can't put that label on somebody because we take that serious. Like we wasn't doing that type of, so we wasn't doing that type of stuff. So
Definitely. Have these conversations, man. We gotta have. I think conversations are needed within our community. Man. Peace, John. You know, Cuzzo, you know why we gotta have this conversation for? Because lately there's been so many rape allegations, not just him. It was somebody else who just got blasted with rape allegation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I said, I got daughters and shit, man. I don't play that.
You know what I'm saying? I just got hit with that. It's crazy, man. It's like Joe Buttons just got caught up in the mega mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody, you know what I mean? Look at Governor Cuomo. He's getting caught up with, he was, you know what I'm saying? It's becoming the new thing now. Now it's just like, if you did something crazy, I did it, and life goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And if you're you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, y'all. He like, yeah, that's me, man. You know what I mean? Like, some of them really think. Game is a dirty game, like you say, Zeke.
Hell yeah, because this was what I'm saying. But we see that in the hood, bro. That's one thing that we can't say. We ain't seen in the hood. We seen dudes at BMWs and be like, yo, ain't that such a daughter? You know what I'm saying? And they grooming them to be their future wives when they 14, 15. We seen that. And
I seen them
feel about that. Like, damn, son, that's crazy, man. Like, you know,
I remember
we seen the activities. You know what I'm saying?
I remember being in junior high school and grown ass men pulling up to the junior high school and picking up chicks that we were chasing.
Remember Kelly, the one that used to sit by the door with my mom?
Yeah, this is dope, man. I think it's a dope chat, man. Yo, Dice pulling up, Flying Mike pulling up, man, because after we just know that he did some creep shit. Say no to kids. If you're 35, you should not be messing with a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old. These are kids. These are kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're 45 years old, you should not be trying to holler at 19. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, bro.
You know, that was the hood.
And that's what we have to get to. Those levels and those points. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Probably wasn't the first time. Probably is the last time, but probably ain't the first time. It's just that this one went overboard. You know what I'm saying? And when it goes overboard, he actually got caught up. You know what I mean? We don't know. You gotta say no to the kids, man. Now you have to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say, we seen the drug dealers back in the day sitting in front of high school with BMWs and the young girls walking out. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix this. I don't think we can't fix it, but we just know say no to the kids, man. 14, 15, 16 off limit. Like, definitely.
Picking up little girl.
I got a daughter that's 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? One time I went on her. I ain't gonna lie to you. One time I snuck on her Facebook. I'm checking ages and all that. This one guy was like 25, bro, in his inbox ASAP. Yo, son, what's up with you, man? Why are you on my daughter's page? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, my bad. Yo, I don't say salute. You know what I'm saying? But that's because we pay attention to what our kids are doing online.
Yeah.
If we're focused on our likes and our postings, these creeps is on the internet. These creeps is at the parties. I remember me. I went first. I sent her mother. I called her mom and said, yo, go on what's the name page and find who's this guy. She went on the news too. My daughter go, yo, my parents is on my page. They go crazy. Now we're just doing our parenting thing. We gotta check. We have to make sure that 50-year-old man in your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's real, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the creeps there, see, but they acting like this is a new thing. These creep niggas been around, Zeke.
Now my
been on
daughter
that-
was 15, actually 15. He was like 25, trying to promote music or some crazy shit. But I noticed that he's hitting like directions. Wait, flag, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, we ain't doing that, partner. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. I'm like, this is my wow, scrap. He said, oh, no, my bad. Bye. See what happens? You check him, he did the right thing. Yo, I didn't see it. I got to check the daughter. You have no other choice but to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, how you gonna tell me what you're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
There's a lot of games we play. That ain't one of them.
Ain't one of them games that we played. Exactly. Somebody said, no offense, no race thing. Do y'all feel it's like, nah. White communities get it. All communities get it. You got some religions, some races where it's okay to marry a youth. Some of these cultures is into the kids. It's just that we don't speak about it as much as the other communities do. That's why they got these laws in place. Not because of us. Because a lot of other cultures began to speak out against it. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do it. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of places, they be marrying them little girls off at 13, 14. They all right with that type of shit. You know what I mean? It's just our morals is established differently.
Yeah, son. Exactly. This is a dope show, man. Give a shout out to my man Smody. Shout out to Smitty Brim. Shout out to the whole Flatbush. Yo, this is a dope show. I gotta get ready to go to work. Of course. What you want to leave the people out with?
You know, tell them like you told me, we watch out for our own. We take care of our own. Make sure you know what's going on in your kid's life. Play no games when it comes to that type of timing, because, like I said, I got daughters and I ain't playing with that. Not at all. As far as dudes stripping dudes, you know, demasculation of man is a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother conversation. And salute to the big bro CK. Salute to 20s, Shines, Billy's, Brims, East Side. Send him on the phone with D.
No, I'm done. I need a break from you. I need a freaking break.
Exactly. What being said, man, I might come back on tonight if I'm not super tired. With that being said, I appreciate what I came through. Appreciate y'all. Love is love. Your Boogie Down Bronx, I appreciate you for being here. King Flow's in the building. Like what King Flow said, this is every race problem. Father U's in the building. Jones, everybody in the building. This was a J-Mo status. This was a dope chat. We had a chance to be adult conversation and adult opinions. With that said, I'll see y'all later. Talk to y'all later. God bless, man. Salute.